Have you ever wondered if religious faith is a result of a cognitive bias? Is it? Well, religious faith is definitely not a result of an evidence-based observation or a logical deduction. No one with a blank state of mind would arrive at this detailed and contradictory ideas that make up the major world religions today. The real source of religion is a problem associated with human development. Young Homo sapiens take decades to develop intellectually. In this developmental phase, they have a constant pressing need for information. So, they're more like a computer without a firewall. They just trust any source of authority. This makes them vulnerable to any cultural meme which is floating around. The specific form of religions, the actual content, often tends to mirror certain biases which are comforting. Ideas of companionship, an ordered plan, a sense that all bad things are unfair and that justice should prevail. However, religion takes advantage over a lot of biases. Informational influence, insufficient justification, confirmation bias, hallucinations, projections, need for closure, agenticity. What are one of the few things that come into your mind when you hear Christianity? It's probably something like this. How about Islam? It's probably something like this. Now, consider this. A large act of violence committed by people of another religion other than Islam. That's usually not marked as terrorism. But if a Muslim commits an act of violence at a relatively small scale, that's still considered as violence. Well, attacks by white supremacists, neo-Nazis, such as the 2015 mass shooting at a black church in Charleston, South Carolina, that's not labeled as terrorism, but policemen killed by a Muslim, well, that's terrorism. So, is Islam actually a violent religion, or is it just because of how it's portrayed to us? Let's talk about the Nazis and the Holocaust in the 20th century. We all know what happened there. The number of people killed are so much more than all the people ever killed by all the terrorists that are Muslims. So, is Christianity ever portrayed as a violent religion? No. Why? Because it's reasoned out that only a certain amount of people are violent, and that we cannot blame the entire religion as violent, right? Well, it's the same with Muslims. There are only a fraction of people that are violent. Not everyone, but yet we let a bias take over. So, even our constitution favors traditional religion. Even though they say the laws are not made according to religious beliefs, well, that's not true. For example, a lot of holy books say that homosexuals are a sin. But, here you go. Gay and lesbian marriages are illegal at most places. So, it's pretty evident that we have so many biases associated with religion that we do not know about, or we don't see them easily, or let them take over us, right? Most wars and conflicts in today's world has its root cause as religious differences. Another area where we let bias take over is employment, right? I mean, there's so many employers that do not want Muslims as their employees. Why? Because they're anxious about their violence. So what I'm trying to say here is, we shouldn't let bias take over, even though we can't really see it, right? One way to overcome this is by actually understanding the reason why certain things happen. Not to blindly believe and follow religious teachings, because anything can be taught and attained in the name of religion and God. Thank you.